This afternoon, I'm visiting with Charlie Coughlin, one of our students from Holy Comforter School and a member of our parish. Good afternoon, Charlie.
Good afternoon.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm in the 5th grade, and I started doing drum lessons recently, and I play the piano.
Awesome. Well, now you also won a speech contest, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about your speech? What was the title, and how did you come up with the topic?
The title of my speech was Our Weird Language, and how I came up with the topic is I was learning about our language at school, and there was a lot of weird things that bugged me, and I was thinking about it, and I decided to write my speech on that.
I've heard your speech and I loved it, and we're going to include it at the end of this interview so everybody else can hear it. Did writing the speech come easily for you?
It was kind of easy. After I knew my topic, I knew some of the words I wanted to add and how to put them in there. I just kind of knew off the top of my head. And over the week or two, I was thinking about words that I could use and listening to words I could put in my speech.
Not to give your speech away, but a lot of the words that you had were words that sounded similar to each other, weren't they?
Yes, they were. I always thought homophones were interesting, so that's why I put a lot of them in my speech.
Awesome. I really like the way your speech flowed. Do you have some speech making tips for us?
I do. My first one is practice. Practice. Practicing is very, very important in giving a speech. And you also have to be confident, and you have to be able to look your audience in the eye.
Well, those are excellent tips. Now, let's go back a minute to the speech writing part of it. Were there certain techniques or strategies that you used in your writing of your speech?
Yes. I think one of the strategies I used was I actually had to get a speech topic that I enjoyed and that I thought other people might think is funny. And if your speech isn't entertaining and funny, people aren't really going to enjoy it. If you're one of those people that want to have this speech that are really informative, well, add something also in there. Don't just have packed full of information, because then it's kind of boring.
Well, those are some very good tips, Charlie. Thank you. What did you learn about yourself during this process?
What I learned about myself in this process is that I'm comfortable in front of speaking to a lot of people, and that practicing is really, really important.
Well, obviously you have a real gift. How might you use it or develop it in your future?
The job I really want when I grow up is either a chef or to become the president, and I think that will really help.
Wow, Charlie, those are exciting possibilities. Presidents have to make lots of speeches, and they have to be very confident. And chefs, well, they have to be comfortable talking to their guests because that's part of good customer service. Well, Charlie, I want to thank you for being here with us today and congratulate you on being the winner of the Holy Comforter Tropicana Speech Contest for 2021. Congratulations.
Thank you. Episcopal School, and the title of my speech is Our Weird Language. Have you ever thought about how some words are spelled weird? Or have you thought that letter shouldn't be there? Well, if you have, then you're not alone. That's why I think you should hear my opinion on weird spellings, silent letters, and even homophones. That's all I'm going to talk about. It would be more, but I only have 3 minutes. To begin with, weird spellings. Bologna is spelled so weird, it looks like Bologna. Why the G? Also, the word also is spelled weird also. Now I know that's a lot of alsos. The word all is spelled with 2 L's, and also is just spelled with 1 L. I think that all needs 1 L, or should also be spelled with 2. I don't know, but I do know that colonel, army colonel, is spelled weird. Why is it spelled colonel, and why isn't there an R? I thought it should be CERNEL, but who knows? Another key thing in our language is silent letters. One example is bomb. Why are there two B's in bomb? I thought it should be B-O-M, not B-O-M-B. And what about llamas? They're so soft and cuddly. But two L's in front of llama? What a mess of a great word. Llamas are great without two L's. And I love dinosaurs. But a P in front of pterodactyl? I mean pterodactyl. See, it's confusing. It's also great without a P in the front. I am not a fan of silent letters. Last, but certainly not least, homophones. Homophones, if you don't know, are words that sound the same but have different meanings. One example is C. C as in the alphabet, C as in to look at, and C like the kind we swim in. I think that there's confusing as well. There are three theirs. There are also three twos. Two, two, and two. In conclusion, I think all the things I talked about and more spelled weird. Our language is so weird, why can't we make up our own words like Zataflag? But no, we just spell things weird, put silent letters in, and even use homophones. So there, I hope you too will also see my opinion is the bomb.